The Best 96.3, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano with your news for today, January 19th, 2012. Texas Governor Rick Perry dropped out of the presidential race Thursday after poor debate performances and controversies shook his campaign run for the White House.
As I've contemplated the future of this campaign, I have come to the conclusion that there is no viable path forward for me in this 2012 campaign. Therefore, today, I am suspending my campaign and endorsing Newt Gingrich for President of the United States.
Perry entered the presidential race in August and almost immediately became the frontrunner, but a series of faux pas, knockdowns by rivals over immigration policies, and debate stumble where Perry couldn't remember one of three government agencies that he had repeatedly said he would eliminate if elected president seemed to be what did him in. Even after coming out in fifth place in the recent Iowa caucuses and placing last in New Hampshire, Perry was still a subject of conversation when this past week he made some controversial statements about Turkey, a longtime ally to the United States.
Well, obviously, when you have a country that is being ruled by what many would perceive to be Islamic terrorists, when you start seeing that type of activity against their own citizens, then yes, not only is it time for us to have a conversation about whether or not they belong to be in NATO, but it's time for the United States, when we look at their foreign aid, to go to zero with it.
Left to duke it out for the Republicans are former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum, and Texas Representative Ron Paul. All four will take the stage in another presidential debate in South Carolina this evening. This will be the group's 16th gathering. A hearing in Sonora is underway to take a stance against Grass Valley Water, South Texas's water distributor. Grass Valley Water submitted a petition to the Texas Water Development Board to change the desired future water conditions, or DFCs, for Groundwater Management Area Number 7, which Val Verde is in but not officially a part of.
Grass Valley Water has made a presentation to SAWS to provide them with water.
That was Councilman Mike Robb. Robb says Grass Valley wants to pump water out of Val Verde, which is already being threatened by Texas's worst drought on record, in order to supply the San Antonio Water System, or SAWS.
What they have also done is they filed a petition with the Texas Water Development Board saying that they would like those desired future conditions changed and they would like the level of the aquifer lowered.
Here's the thing about changing the current desired future water conditions. DFCs are based on the aquifer level in 5 decades. In 50 years, our aquifer should be at a certain level in order to ensure that the San Felipe Springs continues to flow. So any decision regarding groundwater removal are based with this in mind. But if the DFCs are changed, it will lower the level of our aquifer,
which obviously would not be good for our springs.
Lowering the aquifer level will not only harm the springs, but will potentially harm 7 threatened and endangered species, to which they call the San Felipe Creek home. The city hired an attorney along with an expert to take on the issue at the hearing and explain why changing the DFCs is much more powerful than Grass Valley portrays them. Floodgates opened at Amistad Dam early this week and have caused a flood warning for the Rio Grande and citizens residing in the Vega Verde subdivision. Although just a warning, precautions should be taken. The floodgates are being opened in order to move water from Lake Amistad to Falcon Lake for electric generation. You can catch us every weekday with your up-to-date, up-to-the-minute news. Follow us on Twitter, KTDR-FM, or on our webpage, thebestktdr.com. With your radio news, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano. This segment brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings of Del Rio. Great food, no bull.